Dear students, we are going to continue the bond of love, and this is the fourth video of the bond of love. We had seen when the narrator's wife met with Bruno, she has decided to take him back. We'll continue from here. Oh, please, sir, she asked the curator, may I have my Baba back? Hesitatingly, he answered, Madam, he belongs to the zoo and is government property now. Though that Bruno, that sloth bear, was given to the zoo by their family only. But now she wanted her Baba back. Then the zoo people said, the zoo in charge told her that it's a government property. I cannot give away government property, but if my boss, the superintendent at Bangalore, agrees, certainly you may have him back. But he said, if my superintendent, my officer who sits in Bangalore that time, agrees that, then I don't have any problem, I can give. There followed the return journey to Bangalore and a visit to the superintendent's bungalow. Now it was decided they are going to Bangalore to the superintendent's bungalow, because that was the bond between narrator's wife and the sloth bear. A tearful pleading request, Baba and I both fretting for each other. Will you please give him back to me? He was a kind-hearted man and consented. Now she requested him, pleaded with him, weeping, crying a lot, and then that superintendent was a kind-hearted person, he allowed. Not only that, but he wrote to the curator telling, he not only allowed the narrator's wife to take Baba, but he ordered the curator, telling him to lend us a cage for transporting the bear to Bangalore. He said there should be a proper arrangement of cage so that they could take him from Bangalore to their living place. Back we went to Mysore again, armed with superintendent's letter. Now they came back again Mysore, and this time they had superintendent's letter also in their protection. Baba was driven to a small cage and hoisted on top of the car. The cage was tied securely, and a slow and careful return journey to Bangalore was accomplished. Now, a proper journey to their town was started from the zoo, where the sloth bear was also with them now in a big cage. Once home, a squad of coolies were engaged for special work in our compound. An island was made for Baba. And not only this, a special arrangement had started at their home to make an island for Baba. It was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide, and was surrounded by a dry pit or moat, 6 feet wide and 7 feet deep. Now a big ground was made for Baba so that there should not be any attachment where Baba lives with the other tenants. So there used to be a gulf between that. It was prepared for him, especially for him, so that he could not create any fear among others. A wooden box that once housed fowls was brought and put on the island for Baba to sleep in at night. And there was the arrangement of a wooden box so that Baba could sleep at night. Straw was placed inside to keep him warm, and his baby, the garnet stump, along with his gun, the piece of bamboo, both of which had been sentimentally preserved since he had been sent away to the zoo, were put back for him to play with. See, this was the great love of Baba and his master, his owner, narrator's wife. She placed the warm, for keeping Baba warm, straw was placed inside the wooden box. Not only that, the playful things whom Baba was assuming as his baby, and one more whom Baba was considering as gun, These two bamboo sticks were sentimentally preserved by the narrator's wife till date, and it was again kept in his room, that is the wooden box, so that he could play. Meaning Baba was like her child. She treated him like her child only. In a few days, the coolies hoisted the cage onto the island and Baba was released. When the island was ready, so Baba, till island was in preparation, that time Baba was inside the cage only, but now when it was prepared, Baba was released. He was delighted, meaning happy, standing on his hind legs. He pointed his gun and cradled his baby. Now Baba was very happy when he was freed from that prison, that cell, and he is enjoyed whilst landing on his hind legs, and he cradled his baby, that is the bamboo stick. My wife spent hours sitting on a chair there while he sat on her lap. Underline this. He was 15 months old and pretty heavy too. And his narrator's wife was making him sleep on her lap like her child. Though he was 15 months old, but he was very heavy. But for narrator's wife, he was not at all heavy. It was the love between narrator's wife and Baba. The way my wife reaches the island and leaves it is interesting. I have tied a rope to the overhanging branch of a mango tree with a loop at its end. See, where Baba's island, nobody else was going but narrator's wife. And the way she was going there, that was also very interesting. There was a rope and it was tied there, and mango branch, one loop was arranged there, and like an adventurous ride she used to go every time. Putting one foot in the loop, she kicks off with the other to bridge the 6-foot gap that constitutes the width of the surrounding spit. So she was keeping her one leg on the loop, then pushing it, and then this way she was reaching to that island. The return journey is made the same way. While she was coming back from the island of Baba, the same thing was done. But who can say? These lines are very important. Now that a sloth bear has no sense of affection, no memory, no individual characteristics. See, though narrator's wife had great deep love for Baba, but the same love was shared by Baba also for narrator's wife. So who can say that sloth bear would not have affection, would not have memory? Everything he had a specific characteristic. He was not like other sloth bear. I hope you followed, dear students. Thank you.